よし、あとは天津飯と亀仙人のじっちゃんがいれば10人揃うぞ。天津飯のやつ立派な道場建てたんだな。お、なんかヤバい雰囲気だぞ。亀仙人のじっちゃんが暴れ出した。次回ドラゴンボールスーパー現れた謎の美女天津流道場の回、絶対見てくれよな。
Hi guys, AzureAce here and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super episode previews, where today we are going to be talking about episode 89 entitled A Mysterious Beauty Appears, the Tenshin-Style Dojo's Mystery. In the last episode we saw the first ever Piccolo Gohan training session for a long time. Other than the Champa arc stuff, I wouldn't really count that as proper training. The last proper training we've seen with Gohan and Piccolo is all the way back in Dragon Ball Z, back in the early days, back in the Saiyan saga. At least that's what I think. I don't remember off the top of my head any more other than that. But we saw that. We saw the return of Mystic Gohan, the absolute badass from the Buu arc. Absolutely amazing. I loved seeing him back. And here we are at episode 89, where today Goku is going to get the last two members of his team for the Universe 7 team, and that is Master Roshi and Tenshin-Han. Absolutely cannot wait for this episode. Want the return of Tenshin-Han, one of my favourite characters, one of the most underrated characters, and I just can't wait to see him. The episode looks fantastic. A lot of very old Dragon Ball vibes. I'm talking 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai vibes. Very good stuff. So with that being said, let's get into the previews. So as we get into the previews, the first shot is something that I'm sure a lot of you anime fans who watch different anime alongside Dragon Ball and other than Dragon Ball will definitely recognise. We're getting a bit of a trope of someone using a talisman or some sort of curse to zombify people, or kind of turn them into an opposition, or just to kind of curse them, really. And we see that here. My voice just cracked there, I'm sorry. As you see here, Roshi is the victim this time. We see he has a talisman over his face, and we get the return of Buff Roshi. That form is back, and that's fantastic to see. As I said, like, very old Dragon Ball vibes here. We've not seen that form in a long time either. A lot of stuff returning. Tenshin-Han's back as well, of course. Then we see Tenshin-Han training his pupils, and I think this is absolutely fantastic. I very much like what I'm seeing here, because it's exactly how I pictured it. It's got a very kind of Shaolin monk Chinese martial arts feeling to it. And in fact, if you guys didn't know, let me give you a bit of a trivia crash course here on some of the Dragon Ball ideas and what this actually might be an idea from. And this idea is that it's likely been taken from Dragon Ball Online, which I'm sure most of you guys have heard of. It's a very popular game, or rather it was back in the day, about maybe 2011 time, but it did eventually get shut down and gave birth to Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And the idea is that in age 821, Tenshin-Han founded a dojo, or a fighting school, called the New Crane School. Of course, a reference to the Crane School from the old Dragon Ball days. And in the same year, Krillin founds the New Turtle School, of course, in reference to the Turtle School. And then earlier in the timeline, in age 805, Goten and Trunks set up the Kikoken Jutsu School, which is a sword training school. So this may be a take on the New Crane School, since Toriyama did have a little involvement in Online. But who really knows? Just a little bit of trivia for you guys. But continuing on with the previews, we get a look at the mysterious beauty, and I regret to inform everyone, myself included, that no, it is not launch. She is not making a return to Dragon Ball just yet. Like many of us predicted, it's a very, very sad thing. I wanted to see Launch back. There was definitely a thing between Launch and Tenshin-Han back in the day, if you guys remember that. This girl is a little bit younger looking than I thought. It's kind of weird. She's a bit younger looking. She actually looks like a very young Chi-Chi. She has the same style of hair, same kind of looking dress. It's very, very familiar. It's very similar. And I actually think that this young girl is actually the cause of these zombie looking characters, the people with these seals on their face, because we see all of Tenshin-Han's students in the same nick as Roshi with the talismans on their face. There's a bit of evidence to suggest that she might be the cause of all of this, but I'll get into that in a moment. We see someone firing small beams at the students, but it doesn't seem to be having any effect at all, and we get to see Chaozu making a return as well. Then we got a biggie right here. We see Buff Roshi going at it with base form Goku, and the fighting and the animation looks fantastic. I love the shots we're seeing here. We even see Roshi charging up the Kamehameha, a move he has not used in a long time. Then we get the title, a mysterious beauty appears, the Tenshin-Style Dojo's mystery, and this is my evidence right here. It's a little hard to see in the previews, like if you go back and watch it, it's a little hard to see because the text is covering it, but you can see the girl behind the text, and she has this very malicious and devious looking face. She's smirking, she's got those very sinister eyes. She definitely has to be a cause or some sort of factor towards this zombie outbreak with the talismans. It's just, it really feels like that. But like, is she out to get Tenshin-Han, or is she from a rival school? Who knows, but the final shots we get are very old Dragon Ball vibey shots. We see Tenshin-Han standing his ground at the dojo, a shot of Buff Roshi, and one final shot of Tenshin-Han screaming, so he may just be powering up or kind of going at it with Roshi or someone, or maybe he's just using the Kikoho or the Tri-Beam that he used against Cell back in the day, Semi-Perfect Cell. But who knows, man, this episode looks fantastic. I cannot wait. The return of Tenshin-Han, it just can't come fast enough. It might possibly eclipse episode 86, but I probably won't. I really will enjoy this episode. Gonna be great seeing him back. But that is all for these previews. Very interesting stuff right here. Very great to see Tenshin-Han's back, and taking ideas from Dragon Ball Online is very good. I very much like that, even though they're not in the same timeline. But if you guys liked this video, please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. Do you think that Roshi and Tenshin-Han will work well in the team? And are you excited to see the return of Tenshin-Han and prominence in Dragon Ball? Share this amongst your friends. I've been AzureAce, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.